And now stand by for adventure.
3, 2, 1.
In the exciting story of the Treacherous Pirate.
At last, it was finished. The beautiful necklace of pink seashells which Scratch had made for his dear old mother. Yes, this was Mama Scratch's birthday. And now, clutching his gleaming gift, the caveman hops aboard Bleep's Butomic time machine. It is this wonderful invention that will carry Scratch back through time and space to his boyhood home. The hatch closes. The power goes on. And away he goes. Back through the countless centuries he speeds to arrive in the time of the Stone Age. And there they are, Papa Scratch, just as handsome as ever, and Mama Scratch, looking even lovelier with her beautiful pink seashell necklace. They all spend a wonderful day together, but soon it is evening and Scratch speeds back once more to his friends on 00 Island. Unknown to the caveman, however, his every move has been carefully watched by Black Patch, the villainous one-eyed leader of the bloodthirsty space pirates. At last, Black Patch has learned the secret of Colonel Bleep's time machine, and now he has a plan to capture Colonel Bleep alive. And so, at the stroke of midnight, the hatch of the time machine closes again. Then, almost as quickly as it vanished, it returns, carrying not one passenger, but 2. Bleep awoke with a start. There was trouble in the air. He could feel it. Then, sure enough, he found it.
To Colonel Bleep, surrender to me at the top of the moon, or Mama Scratch dies at the hour of noon. Black Patch.
Yes, it was true. Black Patch had kidnapped poor Mama Scratch, and only Bleep could save her. Without delay, the Colonel speeds off for the moon to willingly surrender his life in exchange for Mama Scratch's freedom. Minutes later, Squeak and Scratch also discovered the kidnapper's terrible note. But Scratch found something else the spaceman had missed. A trail of gleaming pink seashells. Seashells from Mama Scratch's birthday necklace. Somehow, Mama had managed to leave this clue for her faithful son to follow. And so, off they went in hot pursuit, tracking the seashell trail deep into the dense jungle. At that very moment, high on the moon, Bleep spotted the pirate band. Listening carefully, the Colonel learned this was a treacherous trap. The evil Black Patch had no intention of freeing Mama Scratch at all, even if Bleep does surrender. In fact, at this instant, Mama is back on 00 Island, staring into the muzzle of a powerful pirate cannon. At exactly noon, the scorching rays of the sun will ignite the cannon's fuse, and Mama's life will be lost in one blinding flash. Yes, at last Bleep knew the terrible truth. Back toward 00 Island he streaked. But was there still time? Good grief, it's already too late. The fuse of the cannon has burst into flame. But look up above. It's Squeak and Scratch. But what can they do? Only seconds remain. From high above, Bleep sees the whizzing cannonball streak straight for the top of the moon to land in the midst of the startled pirate gang. And so, Mama Scratch was saved. And you can bet she will never forget the day a birthday necklace of pink seashells and the courageous action of her boy and his friends saved her from a terrible fate. It was certainly true. No mother anywhere ever had a more wonderful son. Bye-bye, Mama. And give our love to Papa Scratch.
And now stand by for adventure.
3, 2, 1.
In the exciting story of the Uncharted Island. Soon after his arrival on Earth, Colonel Bleep discovered that to thoroughly investigate the places, people, and customs of our planet would require a long time, because it's almost 25,000 miles around this Earth of ours, and it's filled with many interesting and exciting things to see. So Colonel Bleep decided they must have a place to live. Bleep suggested a space platform. Scratch, Bleep's prehistoric friend, wanted a cave. And Squeak, the little silent puppet, hoped for a house and garden, or to use the one word Squeak wrote on his magic slate, a home. Colonel Bleep remembered that as he was approaching the Earth from outer space, he had seen a tiny island which might be ideally suited to their needs. This island was located in the South Atlantic Ocean at the very center of the Earth. In fact, according to Bleep, it was on the equator at 0 degrees latitude and 0 degrees longitude. This was 0 Island. That tiny uncharted land which is to be their home while Colonel Bleep carries out his mission to investigate the places, people, and customs of our planet Earth. Bleep, Squeak, and Scratch rapidly covered the distance across the Atlantic Ocean, then turned south to the equator and onto a spot of land in the South Atlantic, approximately 400 miles south of the African Gold Coast and 600 miles east of French Equatorial Africa. Here is the beautiful tropical island which Bleep has named 0 Island, because it's located exactly at 0 degrees latitude and 0 degrees longitude. Here for the first time, Bleep, Squeak, and Scratch see the delightful little green land that is to be their home for many exciting adventures. You know, an island is a mass of land smaller than a continent that is completely surrounded by water. And 0 Island is such a land. It is shaped like a crescent moon around a calm blue lagoon. The trees are filled with brilliantly plumaged birds. The woods abound with tropical fruit of many kinds. And a sparkling stream flows across the island from the eastern end to the lagoon at the center. It is here that Colonel Bleep, Squeak, and Scratch decide to establish headquarters on the planet Earth. On this pleasant island, they could work and rest. But already forces of evil are at work, and danger, great danger, lies ahead. And now stand by for adventure.
3, 2, 1.
In the exciting story of the Wicked Web.
Throughout the universe, many terrible space hazards endanger travel between the planets. Space birds loom dangerously near the orbit of Pluto. Space storms rage outward from the fiery planet Thor. And swirling seas of liquid air infest Galaxy 9. But now Colonel Bleep has volunteered to survey these hazards one by one and record their exact position on a space map of the galaxies. At this very moment, the Flying Space Laboratory Travel-Land is being prepared to blast off on this exciting survey mission. Switch on power circuits. Roger. Activate blast-off generators. Roger. Set gyro governing dials. Roger. Stand by for countdown. 3, 2, 1, 0. They're off. First stop, Pluto, to chart the position of the drifting Spaceberg belt. Ghostly graveyard of spaceships. As Bleep, Squeak, and Scratch near their destination, however, they're spotted by the Black Knight of Pluto. This wicked villain waits like an evil black shadow, watching each approaching spaceship, poised to pounce down like a hungry vulture should a ship accidentally collide with a giant Spaceberg. Such helpless crash victims are the Black Knight's usual prey. This time, however, he is not content to wait for an accident. Oh, no! The Spaceship Travel Lab is too great a prize to leave to chance. Quickly, he streaks ahead to prepare a deadly ambush. At lightning speed, he flits from Spaceberg to Spaceberg, spinning a monstrous web of invisible, electromagnetized wire. There can be no escape from this ingenious trap. Now, set for the kill, the Black Knight, like a greedy spider, is ready to pounce upon his unsuspecting victims. Meanwhile, in the lab rocket, Bleep and his crew are busy at their space survey instruments. One by one, the deadly Spacebergs are spotted by the Futomic radar scope, measured and weighed by the Futomic seismoscope, then photographed and charted by the Futomic plotoscope. Progress is slow, for the Colonel must guide the travel lab with great care through the death traps of the Spaceberg belt. On and on they go, never dreaming that even greater danger lies ahead. Now the Black Knight blinks with excitement. In only seconds, Bleep's giant rocket will be his helpless victim. Closer and closer it comes. But wait, what's that mysterious pattern on Bleep's radar screen? It's an image of the Black Knight's terrible web. For although invisible to the eye, the metallic wire is clearly outlined on Bleep's super-sensitive radar scope. Now the Colonel halts the ship and with careful aim sends a powerful bolt of Futomic energy surging through the exposed wire. The wicked villain is trapped. And so, thanks to the radar scope, our friends are saved, and the Black Knight is caught in his own trap. And best of all, Bleep's space map now shows a perfect travel lane right through the middle of the Spaceberg belt. And now, stand by for adventure.
3, 2, 1.
In the exciting story of
Tunnel in Space. The Wonder Rocket Travel Lab speeds through space past the red world of Mars and into the belt of asteroids, gateway to the giant planet Jupiter. Inside the spaceship, Bleep and his crew prepare to land. Cut off power circuits. Roger. Activate landing generators. Roger. Set gyro governing dials. Roger. 50 leagues from touchdown. 25 leagues. 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown. They've arrived. Jupiter welcomes you. Step aboard, please. Squeak and Scratch gaze in wonder as they speed to Space Command headquarters. Jupiter City is the busiest spaceport in the solar system. Rockets depart regularly for every point in the galaxy. Every point except one. No spacecraft can safely navigate the flaming meteor belt surrounding Septa, Jupiter's seventh moon. And so Colonel Bleep has arrived to supervise the construction of a gigantic space tunnel which will span this hazardous area. Through this protective tube, spaceships will travel in safety. No longer will the deadly shower of flaming meteors be a menace to space travel. Work on the project begins immediately. Under the Colonel's careful supervision, an expert crew of Jupiter robot engineers assemble the framework of the tunnel sections. According to plan, the travel app provides power to carry each section into proper position, while Squeak and Scratch guide its travel using their tiny space scooters like small pilot boats steering an ocean liner to port. At a given signal, release cable, the scooter pilots cut off their lines and dive for the safety of the tunnel for protection against the crashing meteors. Section after section is guided into place, each connecting to the other, until only one section remains. Carefully, the scooter cadets guide its course as the travel app builds up power to slam the section into place. Space scooters, release cables. Scratch is free. Into the tube he dives. But little Squeak's cable is jammed. Again and again, the puppet pours on power, but the cable will not break loose. Bail out, Squeak! Wait before it's too late! Run, fella, run! Here come the meteors! Poor Squeak has the chance! But wait, what's that? Why, it's Scratch, and he's flying upside. Alley-oop, he's got him! But the caveman can't reach the controls in this position. They're headed deeper into the meteor shower. They've got to turn back, but how? Look, Squeak's pants are caught. Sizzling Saturn, will the puppet's elastic arm cords hold? They did! Back they catapult at tremendous speed, safely out of the meteor storm. And so, once again, Squeak and Scratch risk their very lives to help make interplanetary space travel safe throughout the universe.
And now, stand by for adventure.
3, 2, 1.
In the exciting story of
War in Robotland. This is wonderful 00 Island, Colonel Bleep's great headquarters here on Earth. Now, as twilight fades, the lights in Scratch's cave, Squeak's cozy cottage, and the Colonel's laboratory blink off for the night. Silently, the powerful radar scope scans the darkened skies, ready to signal the outbreak of trouble anywhere in space. There it is. Red alert. Red alert. Scramble. and Scratch are off again, for there is terrible trouble indeed on the distant planet Robotland. Here is a strange world of mechanical men, ruled by the master robot, Romax. From his closely guarded tower, Romax guides the movements of the robot workers below. In this giant factory, the mechanical men of Robotland skillfully build the great machines needed for the peaceful progress of the universe. But disguised as a friendly robot, the wicked Dr. Destructo has entered the guarded tower. He pulls the switch of the master machine, and instantly all work is stopped. Then, quickly, with a mysterious power of his own, the evil doctor starts the robots again, working faster than ever before. But now, instead of building machines for peace, the factories rapidly grind out a deadly fleet of powerful space tanks, which Destructo plans to use to conquer the universe. Arriving at last, Colonel Bleep quickly orders Squeak and Scratch to dash for cover on the ground below, while Bleep prepares to face Destructo's mighty armada alone. The power-mad doctor orders the attack. The mighty Colonel stands his ground. Now Destructo steps up the pace. A steady stream of the deadly robot weapons pours onto the firing line. Withstand such overwhelming odds. If only Squeak and Scratch could break through the solid steel tower walls and gain control of the master robot. Look, the cannon can still be fired. But what about ammunition? Oh, no! Scratch has volunteered to be a human cannonball. Ready, aim, fire! Quickly, the caveman pulls the switch. And the mighty Romax once again resumes command of Robotland. Destructo's power is broken. Now the deadly stream of robot weapons zeroes in on the fleeing villain. And the wicked culprit scrambles for his very life. Yes, once again, Colonel Bleep and his friends have saved the people of space from sure destruction. And while the brave Scratch may sometimes act a little dumb, this was one day when the caveman really used his head.